Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the panda. How are? Hello. Hello. You didn't have a lay-in today then, Kira? You doing good? You doing well? Hope everybody's well. Let's pop over to the game, which I didn't get ready, so it's going to be blaring again. There it is. Right, yes. Welcome to what is quite possibly the last stream of Sekiro. Haven't played it since last time, so getting a bit rusty. I think that's the one. 24 hours. Been playing this for a day. There we go. I think my microphone's a bit far away. There we go. Slight improvement. Ooh. Cool. Right. So last time we killed the demon, who may or may not have been the sculptor. Who is a sculptor? You got really tired pretty early last night, so you woke up early today. I'm glad you're getting sleep regardless. Right. So we were going to do the castle, and then I fell out of it. So let's do that. Dojo. That sounds about right. I think I'm missing a prayer bead. I've got 3, I think. I feel like there should be 4. It should be a nice number, but I have no idea where the next one, last one may be. Have I been up here? Is there anything up here? Probably not. It's a miss! Hello! And heart to you too. Oof. Grab that for literally no reason. Can I open the door? No. It's a lovely mountain, isn't it? A lovely view. Right. So through the castle and not falling down. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hi. How am I? I'm doing all right. I'm chugging along. How are you? I seem to recall there are a lot of shinobi around this iteration of the world, so got to be careful. I don't mind fighting one of you, that's fine. No problem. Also chugging, contemplating a small project. Ooh, exciting times. Upgrade materials. Ooh, they're wearing little white hoods. Oh, come on, that should have been a backstab. Oh, okay. Fine. We're doing this again, are we?
My sons, attack the gates.
Thank you for the hostesses. The hostesses with the mostesses. Because words. Yeah.
My sons, attack the gates.
Pausing in this game sort of makes the hot bar a bit pointless. But, you know. Yep, that's fine. One of you is good. No problem with one. I know you and your stinky glove. Stop with the stinky glove. Alright, we successfully managed to kill one of these people without jumping down a hole. That's good. Hi. Oh, you're an old. That's good. No. That's less good. I'll do the spinny thing. He didn't do the spinny thing. Right, enough of that. Is there anything in here now? Probably not. Great. things. Those are the things. Nope. Right. You already killed the person from over here, who's now a shinob. So we'll just grab this and then pop out. No, we won't pop out, we'll pop down and see what's on the bottom floor. We won't rest, otherwise everybody will be resurrected. And I'm not doing that again. So... Geronimo. Gotcha. Lock on, please, thank you. Didn't know what that was. Trial and error. Good move. Which way's where? And who is how, exactly? This is where I got the poison glove, which is actually a sword, but I'm gonna call it a glove, because why not? Did we check over? Did we check over here? Oh, hi. Kinda did. But I got distracted by the fact that there was a glitch. So let's go over to the other place. There's probably nothing. There, we got that. Ooh. What? He's gonna run. But you lost me? Who, what, how, where, when, how, who, how? Cool. Yeah, see if there's anything down here. Probably not. I'm being attacked by monkeys, that's fine. Okay, there's a lot of monkeys. That's a lot of monkeys. Why are there so many monkeys? They're attacking each other. No, they're attacking dogs. Why are there so many monkeys? No. But they can't do this. So, no. Oh, yeah, but no, I can't get back. Ah. Bit of a waste, wasn't it? Thought I was being clever. Found some monkey business. Monkey. So there's clearly something different going on there. Let's try that again. Only this time, not jump into a chasm. A chasm of glitches, as we found out. We'll do it quickly because I don't know how long the final boss is going to take me. Oh. Swish. Excusez-moi. Yes. Have a good dessert. Right, let's take this on a little bit more intelligently. Marginally. And they're fine. The ones with the hats you got to worry about. I'm blocking. Okay, I wasn't blocking that. Just do that. Quicker. I ran out of grass. Distraction. Away. They are many in number, and I am but one. I have shurikens, and they don't. Screw them. Okay. There we go. You can do it, game. This is what I get for already playing games before 2003. Oops, something died. I'm not paying attention. I should be. They fight very similarly to the Shinobi, it must be said. Got that kind of double swish. Oh, messed that up. Where'd the other one go? Why are you harder than so many humans, I thought? I don't care about you, get the one that's injured. They take no riposte damage! Not riposte, deflect. Why am I so bad at this game? This is not the final boss, by the way. Should be. Seems like it. Okay, cool. Oh, why does that never work? Do you know, I'm just going to inspect the thing you were defending. Screw you. I'm bad at this game, I know. Don't rub it in. But there's absolutely nothing here. Boom! It's as easy as that. It's almost like you're supposed to be a Shinobi in this game, not a samurai. Right. Well, I might get something for killing them both, actually. So... Oh yeah, why didn't I do that? Yeah, see, you got a thing. Told you I might get a thing. It's not a thing I'm probably going to use, but it's a thing. Yeah. Take that, Spirit Emblem count. Yeah, I think this is pointless. But you know, nothing ventured, nothing wasted. What? Can I get up on here? Look out. Apparently. Somehow, some way. Jumping in this is a bit weird. Yeah. This too was pointless. Right. Enough of that. Let's actually do something worthwhile. We need to go to the reservoir and meet Kuro. So let's do that. I assume I can't teleport there? No, I can't. So let's run then. Don't think that's how the saying goes? Well, it is now. Excuse me. Time to stop monkeying around. It's given me a headache. I don't know. I went through like 3 different monkeys to try and find some sort of pun in my head. And yeah. I didn't go out this door. Anything out this door? No, just fire. Adamantite. Adamantite. Does that mean there's something here? Interesting. An interesting weapon. Whoa! We just fought some monkeys and they won. Frame man! Ow! Oh wow, that's actually quite a lot of frames. That's red. That's not even yellow, that's red. It's green now, but still. Let me see if I can do something to alleviate that ever so slightly. Not really. I don't know. I blame the monkeys. It's calmed down now. We have lost over 1,000 frames already, which is usually, I would consider it a bad stream if I've lost that by the end. So you watch. I'm going to get to the final boss. I'm going to kill it really easily, and you're going to miss it. That's what's going to happen. Oh, encoding overloaded. That was a new thing. Never seen that warning before. Consider turning down video quality. It's not like I've been doing this for a year and a half or anything. Right? Oh, it's nice. You didn't see any. That's on fire. Definitely can't go through that. Sure. Let's just go the way I was going to go. Which is not that one. Oh! Is this still a thing? Oh dear. Oh dear. Encoding overloaded. Stop it. Why are you being such a problem? There's just too much happening. Oh dear. What? I am. I'm so sneaky the game does not like me. Reinforce the men in the castle outskirts. Oh, I did that, yeah. Yes. What? Why not just dodge forwards? Oh, you're one of the good ones. I've just remembered that. There are good ones. They've got defense and everything. I don't have defense. I'm a shinobi. Dodge forwards. It's almost always going to be Mikiri. Dodge forwards. Okay, I think things have calmed down a little bit, maybe? A little bit. Where's this kite? That's where we need to go, but there was a kite. And down there, that's a lot of broken bamboo. Hop down here. Because I've been to the outskirts. Yeah, I couldn't get very far. I can theoretically get there, but not much point. Flames of Hatred. That was last time, in case anyone missed that. I rested. Cool, cool. That's usually the way I would go. Bit of a problem. Ah, oh, okay. Well, here's a boss. Oh no. Here's two bosses apparently. You're just a friend, I guess. Oh no, it's a spear guy. Oh no, this bodes poorly. Excuse me. Look, I was bad enough with just a spear guy without having a friend. In fact, I went to an awful lot of effort to get rid of the friend last time. You get hurt by fire? That's a cobble. There really is nothing I can do to on one. Is there a sneaky way to take out the first one first? Start. Fire. Nope, I am also in fire. Don't look at me. I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Fulminate your mercury. Perfect. Remember, always fulminate your mercury, kids. Can I just leave? Can we just go here? Can you get on here? That's broke. I can't go up there now. Yeah. But this is where I have to go, isn't it? Down there. So. Ow, 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 ow. I have apparently done damage. Where are we? Oh, no. Oh, I was waiting for you to stay up there. Your friend's nearly dead. Give me a second. It's probably a complete waste of time because I have no healing to take care of the actual boss. How about I just wait for Mikiri's? Oh, no, you're doing the same thing. Yeah. Right, now let's try a sneaky approach. Because clearly running in didn't help. At least I found where hopefully, the last prayer bead is. Things after this, I've got to take care of the spear guy. Okay, so they're looking in opposite directions. I'm going to need some stuff. Fight with me. Still 2-on-1, but it's the other way around. Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Healing while you're standing in fire is not a good thing. I dodge forward. Fire! Get away from the fire! I appear to be doing worse than last time. Okay, friend is dead. Time for just me now. Let's see if I can remember how to do you. Probably not. In the fire. Oh, I see. You don't get hurt by the fire. I get hurt by the fire. Oh, okay. That seemed a lot easier than last time. I shouldn't stand in fire. Oh, that's what it is. Yay! Someone could have told me. Enhance my physical attributes, please. Yay! Final prayer necklace. I got an achievement. The 7 spears of Ashina were pivotal in Ishin's coup. He awarded the lance to none but his most loyal samurai. Yet now only a few of the 7 remain. 2 fewer, as far as this playthrough is concerned. Hooray! Maximum vitality and stuff. Let me get all my things back. So I'm assuming I can't go. Oh, you're still here. It's like the first mini boss in the game, wasn't it? Or in the proper game. The first mini boss was just a guy. Okay, so I'm assuming, yeah, I can't really. They've blocked off content. Can't really get there anymore because those things that I used to grapple on are now aflame. Yeah. That. And make our way downtown. Walking fast, whatever the lyrics are. Diddle-diddle-diddle. There's a thing. Making my way downtown. Words and such. Lyrics are important for communal singing activities. Diddle-diddle-diddle. Walking fast, standing in fire, walking faster. Can I still get up here? I can, but I can't do anything? No, I can. No way, I suppose there isn't a way to... That looks weird. Get up onto the roof from... onto the bridge, sorry, from here. Otherwise, I could do that at the beginning of the game. Oop. Remember this at the start of the game? We did this. Oh, there's a blue. I don't have to run all the way back from there. That's good. I will check around here first, just in case. Right, done. It's the start of the game, yeah. You know what that means? It's also the end of the game. But we've got another hour and a half. Let's see if that's enough time. Here we go. Remember this? This is where I got my arm cut off. By Genichiro. Fun fact, I played in my New Game Plus playthrough, when I actually had Makiri counter and all that. I played it again, and I won! And you still get your arm cut off, so yay. Oh, hi Kuro, how you doing? That's blood. But he can only bleed from the mortal blade. Oh no! He found the licorice one.
健一郎殿、そのようなものでは決してアシナの命運は変わりませぬ。狼よ、流因など誰の手にもあるべきではないのだ。
Ah yes, but is it anyone's to wolf? That's right. Don't worry about it. Round 3. Hi, I can't remember how to fight you. That looks lovely. That's new. That's the mortal blade. Yeah, I remember that. Do the useless roll. I like that one. Okay, just get behind him for that. Nope, that was a stamp forward. I mean, he does a few. It's usually a stamp forward, so that's a grab. That's quite a long grab. Oh, that was easy. And I won the game. Hope you enjoyed these streams. Don't do that. That's a silly thing to do. Let me give you a hand. Makes a change from a centipede, I guess. Currently reading a series where certain powerful warriors of the mortal sword, so mortal blade makes you blink in confusion a couple of times. Fair enough. Hi, how you doing? It's even weirder because that's his granddad. Hi Ishin, how you doing? Been a while. Oh, that cuts through anyway, doesn't it? So do you remember we fought Ishin in the bad ending? But he was old? He's not old anymore. He died and then came back as a young person. I don't know how to fight you at all. Well, I got the right idea. Wrong time. Yeah, that just cuts through, doesn't it? Well, I'm blocking, so I'm not deflecting. Bad timing. Ichimonji. I know that one. Yep. Yeah, that's better. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Yo, you don't like me healing, do you? No, no. Reaction's not good enough. Okay, yeah, no. It's more realistic. Yeah. I'm not fighting God. Or a dream version of a guy. There's just some weird time travel going on. Glad I got out of the way of that. Keep doing this. Ow. I got the hang of that. Also bear in mind, top left, 3 health bars. Nope, there, camera. Okay. 2 health bars. Okay, am I doing that? And there's a spear, because he's the sword saint. Get it? I can just see a spear just sort of floating up. Hello? Hello? Hello! How you doing? It's been a while since we had a power cut in the middle of a stream. But Dishonored, I think, was the last time, wasn't it? Hello! Hello, the Jib and the Myths and the Kiros and all that. Thank you for your words of consolation. I didn't die to the final boss. We just had a power cut. We had one a couple of days ago as well, so it's a weird thing. Not sure what it is. But yeah. Frame Man didn't kill. Frame Man was not the culprit here, unless Frame Man has significantly gained powers since last we checked. It's possible the game was ended without selecting quick game from the pause menu. Really? Thank you for telling me. Let's see where we are. Anyway, did you have fun in my absence? Oh, we're here. That's it. But I need to go and rest, I guess. Tentatively, the final boss killed me so hard the power went out. I'm sure that is entirely possible that will happen, but not now. That's not what happened just then. So, flip, flip. Let's try again. Whee. Place your bets. Is there going to be another power cut? Oh, okay. You can go all the way around for that. Good to know. There it is. There's the unnecessary roll that we know and love. No, 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 no. Pay attention. See, now I died. Now the game's hard again. Frame man, again? No, oh no, I'm not dropping frames on mine. That might just be Mixer because they didn't like me for the power cut. It's fair enough. I'm messing up their service. But no, the quality has drastically improved on my end since this whole thing probably turned off a lot of stuff. A lot of services and all that. I blame Mixer. Try refreshing. Anyway, so I think the idea is Ishin died, so now he's in the underworld or whatever, and the Mortal Blade can bring people back from the dead, but only through your neck. I don't know. I don't know. Not really an awful lot of information in this game on how this bit works. But, Yeah, so I'm fighting young Ishin, the one who took over the land of Ashina again in the opening cutscene, if you remember. I dodged forwards, come on. Yeah, that's different. It's a different pose. Didn't know what it was though. Just gotta learn. Your movements are very graceful, and I don't know what's an attack and what's not. The rest makes perfect sense, absolutely. Did you see the squat demon? It makes perfect sense. Okay, there was a bang. No, not a bang. Bang? There's the bang. Oh. Ah, okay. that makes sense. Massive spear. You're gonna slash it in my face. It happens. What? You have a gun. That's a swish. Yeah. You doing this? I see. So this is where your grandson got the penchant for using the bow. You had a gun, but you didn't let him have a gun. But he does the same rapid fire thing as you do. I liked it when this was a sword fight. Gotta be aggressive. I dodged forwards, even though I wasn't expecting it. I did the right thing by accident. Right answer, wrong reasons. And slash in my facey. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be difficult to tell what's going to be a thrust and what's going to be a sweep, given that he's holding a massive spear in one hand. So there we go, phase 3, no heal. Yeah, yes, the Sword Saint brought a spear. That's bad. Jump! That kind of worked. Oh, lightning. Got lightning going on. And wind slashes. Yes, this game is so much more realistic. Ah. Oh, that's going to happen now, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you, whoever that was. Didn't really have an awful lot of time to look. Okay, well, you just missed. That's fine.
My sons, attack the gates.
It's Jimmy and up. Thank you very much. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, don't slash wildly. Don't even know what I was doing there, but I survived. Hooray for random movements. Yeah, that's bad. Probably not use that pellet there, would have been better. He's brought lightning to a sword fight. It seems unfair. But he's a warrior, we're a shinobi. It was going to be unfair from the beginning. And apparently that's it. Well, nearly fell off then. He's in a wheelbarrow! I'm gonna have to kill you in a wheelbarrow, I'm afraid. I'm floating, don't worry about it. You're floating, don't worry about it. The wheelbarrow of destiny. Totally realistic. This game's really realistic, guys. Memory of Saint Ishin, the battle memory of an extraordinary foe. At his peak, Ishin Ashina devoted himself to deadly conflict in pursuit of strength, a single-minded killing machine of a man. And I got Dragon Flash. Cool. We won the game. I was honestly expecting that to take a really long time. Everyone kept saying that was really, really hard. I don't know, I found the demon harder myself, but I don't think I learnt that very well. You right there? Yeah, anyway. Let's actually finish the game. We can wander off and do other stuff now, but we should probably attend to Kuro. Now, if we give the Divine Dragon's Tears, the heritage will be severed, but only if I also die. Because we've kind of screwed things up. But if I give him the... No, hang on. No, that one's just we kill Kuro. This one allows us to die. So that he can go free. But this one we just got to kill him. So I reckon we should probably kill ourselves before we turn into a demon, and then he gets to live as a human. That's what I'm going to do. Fewer demons. I think that's a good idea. The dragon gave me these. Willingly. Wait, hang on. Was that first try? Technically. Yeah. We went for the power cut. Oh, I'm chuffed with it. Yeah, so the Divine Heir can't get immortality all the time we're here, because we also have his immortality. So, yeah. We've now got to birth our grandfather. Alas, no, we're gonna do that. We were full of blossoms. We were the anime all along. That's not growing very well, is it? I want that hat.
Hi. 私も人として懸命に生き、そして死のうと思います。我が忍びがそうしてくれたように。エマ殿にもお世話になりました。
Had to sniff his shoulder then. Make sure he applied dandruff. Dandruff? Deodorant, that's the word I'm looking for. Don't apply dandruff, that's a stupid thing. Anyway, that's the purification ending. In which I unnecessarily talk about dandruff. Okay, game's over. I can talk about Dark Souls now. Right. There are two more endings for this. There was the bad ending, which we had. There's this, and then there's two more. The one where you kill...
Leaves.
No, they're blossoms. There's the one where you kill Kuro and you survive, and then you become the sculptor, essentially. You become the new sculptor, and it's kind of implied that this is all going to happen again. Which is a very Soulsy ending. But then there's the other ending, which is the good ending, as far as I'm concerned. Where if you pester the divine child, who's the girl who gave us the strawberry sword, she eventually works out that there is a way to have both of us survive, kind of, and attempt to take the dragon's blood back to the west where it came from. Because it's not actually supposed to be here. But in order to do that, you have to get some frozen tears, so you feed her the 2 hearts of the snakes that you got. I killed that snake unnecessarily, I didn't do anything with that heart. That's for this ending. You feed her those, she writhes in pain for a bit, and then she becomes, like, frozen. And you use the tears on this part, and then she absorbs Kuro while still alive, and then you and her just sort of wander off to the west to try and find a solution to all this. So everyone survives, kind of. Kuro is inside another child, which is a bit weird, but we already had the sort of grandfather inside the neck of the grandchild thing going on. So yeah, that's the possible endings. The one thing I regret not being able to show you is in the process of pestering the child to try and get the good ending. She gives you lots of rice, and she gives rice for Kuro to have. And you give the rice to Kuro, and then he makes little sort of sweet rice balls out of them. And then he sort of enthusiastically talks about how one day he wants to go and set up a little cafe and make sweets for people. And that's really cute. So that's what I imagine happens in this ending. He goes off and sets up a little sweet shop. So yeah. It's like the only bit of like individual personality that Kuro has, but it's really endearing to me. That idea. Yeah, what was it? When he used to be in Hirata Estate, they used to sneak into the kitchens at night and make little sweets. Cool. That's sweet. No. Yeah. So, yeah, I regret not showing you that, but I've just explained it, so it's fine. Yeah. Thoughts on the game? I can talk about Souls now. TLDR, this is good. This is better than I thought it was. Buy it, play it, if you can, and want to. I think this is probably a good introduction to these games. It's not easy, but it's like... I think the reason... Okay, so at the beginning of this I said I was going to do my best not to mention Dark Souls or Bloodborne or anything like that. Apparently I mentioned it 12 times, but... There was a reason for that, and the reason for that was when this first came out and I saw the changes that they made in this game compared to the previous ones, I was kind of annoyed at some of it. They seemed like steps back, things getting slightly worse. And I will say that the combat in this game, outside of bosses, is quite boring or annoying, one or the other. You never really get satisfying combat outside of bosses. Certainly compared to the predecessor games. I think also the danger system is distracting and slightly confusing. I think the resurrection mechanic doesn't really do anything, as was demonstrated at the start of the stream, before the power cut, when I tried to resurrect and sneak up on a monkey. And then they just immediately saw me, and it's like, well, what's the point? Why am I pressing a button? Just give me multiple health bars like the bosses have. Oh, there's a Jacob A. Johnson and a Jacob S. Johnson. Cool. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, don't call your kid Jacob. But... And I do stand by those things. They are criticisms that I had before I played this game, and I do stand by them. There's also not a lot of variety in this game. There is one way of playing, basically. You have one weapon. You can get more combat arts, which is a bit like different movesets for weapons, but they're not very good. You have prosthetics, but they're like sort of Zelda items. They don't replace your sword. They're just sort of useful in certain gimmicky situations. So it's like, to me, before I played this game, those things were a big step back from the things I liked about this game, and also the overabundance of warp points and stuff like that, sort of ruins, level design, etc., etc. But having played the game, I've realised that Hidetaka Miyazaki, who's the person who designed Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and this, and Dark Souls 3, but we don't talk about that. It's clear he could, if he wanted to, turn Dark Souls into like Assassin's Creed. He could turn it into like a yearly franchise. Every year, new game, new lick of paint, off you go. But he doesn't want to. And this is the biggest jump away from the previous games that they've had so far. It's still in there. There's still Souls-y things. Like I said, the boss combat is probably the most satisfying combat I've had in all of these games. Something about learning the timings and all that. And I don't think I'll ever master it, because it's quite precise. But it's not really, that's not really the focus of this game. This isn't a Souls game. This isn't a Souls game at all. If you judge it as a Souls game, you're going to be disappointed. That's why I put up... No, I won't start playthrough 2. Shush. That's why I did the Souls Jar thing, is I was trying to do my absolute best not to compare this to the previous games, because this is nothing like the previous games. If anything, the stuff from the previous games in this game feel out of place. I don't like these sort of checkpoints and the doors that only open from one side that are pointless because there's a checkpoint after it. You know, stuff like that. There's just like, you could probably do away with that now. This feels more like a third-person Dishonored than it does. And that's why it doesn't matter that the combat's not as good, because you're not a warrior in this. You're not a samurai. You're a shinobi. You sneak around and you backstab things and you jump and you grapple and all that sort of stuff. This is about movement. This is about avoiding combat, if anything. So that's what makes this game satisfying and fun, I think. And I didn't see that before I played it. Before I played it, I was just comparing the combat in this to the combat in Dark Souls and Bloodborne. And I think the combat in Dark Souls and Bloodborne is not only better, but more fleshed out, has more variance, has more replayability. But this game isn't about the combat, and I didn't realise that until I played it. So yeah, and that's why I think this is probably a good entry to these games, because if you don't really get on with the combat, yes, you've got to do it for bosses, but there's the satisfaction of sneaking around and jumping and grappling and all that stuff. Which also, I think, is what makes this game replayable, because this has no baked-in replayability. Like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, they have like 50 different types of weapons, and you can use spells, and you can go tanky, or you can go very light and fast, and it's just so many different ways of playing the game. This game basically has one way of playing it. Whatever you kind of settle on, it's generally going to be the same as anyone else. But because you're constantly jumping between moving around, sneaking, backstabbing, and doing combat, because there's lots of different things you're doing, it feels more-ish, as it were. Whereas with the Dark Souls and Bloodborne, it's just combat, 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 combat. And it's, in my opinion, fun, but this has something different. It's telling that, you know, if I go to the main menu. Sorry, I have thoughts on this. It's telling that this game that I thought was not replayable in the slightest. I have 3 playthroughs going on at the moment, one of which is on New Game Plus. I've played this game 4 times. Like, yeah, it's just for a game that theoretically isn't replayable. I've only finished it once, but I've technically finished it twice. We got the band ending, didn't we? But yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting this to be as satisfying as it is. It's difficult to explain, but I feel like if you're on the fence about these sorts of things, because maybe you don't like the look of Dark Souls or Bloodborne or what have you, I feel like this is probably a better start. The bosses, in a sense, having the variety of gameplay might make it more difficult for you because you don't have to fight until the boss comes along, and some of the bosses are hard. So you won't have had to fight, and then you'll have to fight a hard boss, and that will probably put you off. So maybe it's not the best start, I don't know. But I don't know. This game has problems. Like, again, I feel like there's a lot of redundancy in some of the mechanics, because they're just sort of leftovers from the previous games, but it's good. This is good. This is a very, very good game, and it won Game of the Year, and I can understand why now. I didn't understand at the time, but I can definitely understand why. This is definitely it's trying to move in on the sort of Assassin's Creed-esque, Dishonored-esque sort of games, and it's doing so in such a way that it's sort of saying, hey, up your game a bit. You know? This is a very well-polished game. And very focused, unlike something like Assassin's Creed, which is sprawling and just full of stuff and then constantly goes wrong and bugs. You know, and they're tentatively taking steps into a coherent, explained story with characters that do things, which is different for this company, and they're not great at it, but they're getting there. Yeah. I don't know, we also got the hang on, let's read the memory. Last memory of the game. Here we are. One who returns from the great beyond does so at the peak of their prosperity. Let's see. There we are. Issued in coveted strength and all manner of techniques throughout his mortal struggle, he wished for war until his final hour, and that is precisely what he got. However brief. Because I killed him. First try. Yeah. Sure, let's restore those afflicted with Dragon Rot before we end. Let's be nice. Heal everyone. There we go. Right, well, that's that. Oh, I can't do the thing. You big clever culling. There we are. Look at us. Our sullen complexion. Furrowed brow and such. Right, that's the thumbnail sorted. Okay then.